My name is Gamefire781, and I'm reading about this, Zimmerman case, and actually, I'm not surprised about what's going on here, because, the judicial system's messed up anyway. So I'm looking at this picture, it's just like a joke picture or whatever, and, I look at these comments, which really make me mad, because there's this one person who's just like, this is so pathetic, grow up, people die every day, it don't matter the race, whatever. And she goes down and says, I don't care if you hate me after reading this, because it's the truth, I'm not taking sides with either of them. All I'm saying is that innocent people die every day, don't matter the race. True. That is the truth. People do die every day, no matter the race, but, if you haven't seen the news, of course there's people on the news every day. Sandy Hook shooting, you're saying that, if a few kids get shot, they just dismiss their deaths? That's not true. Then I see, this other guy who says, it's good to see Obama got y'all wrapped up in this case, while he's in the background slowly eroding our lives. Rights. I'm not too sure to say if that's true or false, because honestly, people always say, well, yeah, of course Obama's taking our rights away. That's not really true. Not all that is true. Yeah, he's, well, basically what I'm trying to say here is that he got this whole Sandy Hook thing, and people are suspicious about this. And ever since people got suspicious about that, any other case that comes up, people are just like, oh, it's, the gun right, or some certain right that Obama's taken away. You can't really prove that. The Sandy Hook shooting, that was brought up to be fake and was actually proven. And nobody talks about it to this day. That the Sandy Hook shooting was proven. Like, I'm not saying that it was fake, but I feel like it may have been, because the pages were deleted, there were Photoshop proofs, people proved that it was a Photoshop kind of thing, so it's kind of like a Tupac thing. I don't know whether or not anything happened like that, and then this guy says Zimmerman found not guilty. A few days later on the news, Zimmerman found dead. I don't know if that's actually true. Then there's a few joke comments. It's just like, pull your pants up, because the guys in the picture, their pants are low, like really low. So here's this picture. It shows Trayvon and Zimmerman, 17 years old, 140 pounds on Trayvon's side. An A and B student who majored in cheerfulness, walking home to watch NBA carrying Skittles and a can of iced tea. Gone forever. George Zimmerman, 28 years old, 250 pounds. called the police 46 times since January 1st, 2011. Shot Trayvon dead because this guy looks like he's up to no good. Not tested for drugs. Not tested for alcohol. Not charged. Where's the justice? And then it's just like one lock and equals F the system. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, and for some people, for some reason, everybody's saying that it was self-defense. I don't see how any of this was self-defense. I've heard about this case. Basically, what it was he just got shot. Just up and down the street, walking home or whatever, and gets shot. Think about that. The only way that was self-defense is if this guy was high and thought this guy was packing a gun or something. I don't know. People say drugs give you that paranoia. So, like, I don't get it. There's always people who are on two sides of a case. I don't care what case it is. I don't care if it's a case where it actually was completely 100% proven that this guy shot that kid for no real reason and the self-defense had nothing to do with it and he got found not guilty. Even if he was found not guilty, I'm going to tell you a story here. Even if he was found not guilty, he would have went to jail. Well, what I mean is, even if it was self-defense, he would have went to prison. That's the truth. Now you can go ahead and say in the comments, oh, well, Game Fire, you don't know nothing about that. He wouldn't have went to jail for self-defense. Yeah. Yes, he would. Reason why I say this is because my uncle killed a guy. I'm not gonna say his name, of course, but my uncle killed a guy, and it was in self-defense, because if he hadn't killed him, he would have been dead to this day. So, he killed this guy, and then went to prison. The thing about this was that he went to prison, for less time than a murder. And either way, self-defense. So in these big cases like these, really you see that the judicial system is messed up. And there's reasons why the judicial system's messed up. And people can say, well, because this was an act. Well, you can't really prove that either. The things that you can prove is that the judicial system is messed up completely. Look at the Sandy Hook shooting. There's people proving that, all of these pictures were photoshopped and whatever. And then you got these other humongous shootings, that nobody does very much about. This is just gonna go on for a few days. That's it. You guys are just gonna talk about it for, maybe a few days. Maybe if it's just like a bigger deal than what I'm thinking, then maybe a couple weeks. The reason why is because no matter how big it is, unless if it's another 9/11, y'all ain't gonna talk about it for another few years. Let's think about some other cases that went on. Amanda Todd. Y'all even remember that name? Nobody talks about this stuff anymore. I understand it was old news, but, really, if you think about it, it doesn't matter if it was old news or not. Basically, what has just happened here is, you're gonna ignore this at some point. You're going to forget that this ever happened. Ever. And as long as that keeps going on, then, I don't have to make another one of these videos. And the reason I don't make these videos is because, well, the Coney thing, people forgot about him. I don't even think anybody said a word about him in ever. Nobody said a word about Coney. Coney is just done news. I don't know if he's dead or what. I've never heard tale of him in forever. And the reason I don't make these kind of videos is because people forget about these cases in less than a week. Well, yeah, after a week people may still ramble on about it a little bit, but after those last few people have done talking about it, there's really nobody talking about the case. Ever. Of course, the mother is. I'm sure the mother of Trayvon is talking about this, saying that he should have been found guilty or whatever. I'm just gonna state my final opinion on this, then I'm gonna quit this video. He should have been found guilty. But the reason why it wasn't is because the judicial system's messed up to the point that nobody really cares anymore. To the point that you could absolutely get away with murder. You could probably go out in the street right now, shoot somebody, and get away with it. Because the judicial system is so messed up that you can do that. And it's a shame to actually say that. And it's an even worse shame to say that I'm growing up in this kind of times where everybody's all swag and everybody's all, well, we're gonna shoot this guy, get away with it. Where it's all just like, oh, I'm 12, I'm grown, why can't I smoke weed in my room? Kind of stupid stuff like that. I can't believe I live in this kind of times. And actually, at this point, everybody's surprised about these shootings and these things turning the way that you're not supposed to expect them, like it's a TV show or something. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I'll be honest. The O.J. Simpson case, I don't know whether he murdered anybody or not, but if he didn't, look at where we're at.